Hi everybody, good morning. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Chrissy. And I just I sense this will be a brief one, but you know how I can prattle on. I just want to touch base after yesterday's second video, part 2 of Cancer New Moon, Temperance and the Mystic. And that seems to have that triggered a small cascade of private messages. And I want to speak into that because it's gifting me a real opportunity to ask a bigger question about myself and myself in relation to the collective. And so I started tuning in, and the first thing I tuned into was, you know how I always say, when people are looking to find love, then they'll find it in here. This is primary relationship. And so to love self then creates the outgoing broadcast of self-love, and then what comes back is people who love themselves. That same frequency comes back, and then we uplift into new levels of expressing love. Well, it was around that's kind of what I tuned into, but more specifically, what I tuned into relates directly to the collective messages that came in for me yesterday, the theme rather of the messages that came in for me yesterday. And so specifically, if I am not loving my weirdness, how can you? Okay. And this speaks into a bigger theme about people pleasing. Check my videos. I've done videos about people pleasing, about normalizing, about faking, self-illusion and delusion, and all to maybe mask a sharper expression of who you are. And so I went through my little messenger cards because I wanted to specifically pick this card out. It hasn't flown out the deck, but I want to pick this card out for everybody who's struggling with their weirdness, because that was the theme of the messages that came in yesterday. Love that you are different. And I'm pretty sure this card is featured in one of my earlier videos. I think it was Received with the Joy of a Child, or so. It was when the child energy was really coming up through the system and asking the big question about how do we play. I mean, a client literally said to me within the last 2 weeks, because I asked them to go within and play, and they literally said, I don't know how to. That's how we've forgotten how to play with this level of crazy. And so, you know, globally, what causes war is I will not accept your difference. And how can I accept your difference if I can't accept mine? Okay, so I'm going all the way up the fractal to the global message, which is, how do I accept, embrace, rejoice in your difference? How do I celebrate your difference? Right down into the personal. And the theme of the personal messages that people will not post on my YouTube page is, I'm in the closet and I don't come out, or my magic is in the closet and I don't bring it out. And that's absolutely, trust that, because if that magic is going to come bursting out, it's going to come bursting out. Trust that. And then I also get people who want to project their fear and their negativity, which is fear, let's just stay with fear, onto my path. And that makes me ask the bigger question that I led with. My bigger question is, what do you want from me? That's my bigger question. When you come to me shrouded and hiding and telling me to change something which is actually about your fear and your resistance, because you're already coming in undercover, what do you want from me? Because I can help you out, but you've got to want to come out of the closet. Okay. So we're at kind of the halfway point of the year, and it feels like again the ship is turning. There's so much insight coming in from very high levels of frequency. So it's free from all this matrix programming and sludge and the old beliefs. And what's coming in has amazing potential. It's very pure. That's why I'm really working with the discernment of how not to map onto it, because then I'm just going to recreate the old. How to keep it like wow, with childlike awe, and allow it to guide me as to how it wants to be manifested in the world, because it's clearly making contact with me. Okay, so yeah, to kind of, you know, wrap that piece up, when people do project onto me, it's a gift. It's a gift, because it's what it's triggering is actually what part one was about. So it's how do I meet the trigger, the remnants of those old childhood triggers in an evolved, on a higher plane, by responding rather than reacting. So this is my response. So yesterday I didn't react to these messages that were coming in, and messages giving me advice. And I hadn't asked you for advice. Don't give me advice if I don't ask you for advice. My answers are in here, and I know how to make contact with them. But if the day comes when I'm not getting answers, and I suspect you are the perfect person to come to, mark my words, I'll come and knock on your door and say, can you help me, please? I'm stuck. And until I do that, it's okay for you to share your love and share your thoughts and share your fears, as long as you're owning your fears. But I can't. That part of me is letting go. That's the child in me that raised the parents. That's the parentified child that raised the parents. She'll do anything to stay safe and secure, but actually I've been safe and secure for decades now. So it might be that on my channel what you start seeing is some new levels of crazy. I literally said to one of my clients last week, you inspire me to bring more of my crazy, feral, wild self. Great inspiration to me. So yeah, so a little thing that might help you. If you're feeling in the closet with your magical expression, with your colour, the colours of your soul, your song wanting to dance, your soul, all coming in at once. Your soul song wanting to sing, and your child feet wanting to dance, and your crazy wanting to express, if that's all going on within you, then at some point there'll come a leap of faith. You'll do it. You gotta trust yourself. You'll do it. And what might help you is to make a conscious connection to your higher self. Okay, the part of you that can see a wee way forward, that can guide you in the right direction. But you got to ask. You got to ask, and in order for us to ask, we've got to know what's hurting us to begin with. So we've got to own it. We've got to own our own stuff. Yeah. So when we own our own stuff, it's cool. We can transcend the emotion of it. You know, I can own my stuff and say, the remnants of the parentified child within me will do anything to please you. And that's what set this up. That's why I pull this in. This is mine and it's yours. Okay. So what I'm doing now is I'm disentangling from the part of the collective that comes in unbidden and doesn't uplift me. Okay. And doesn't ask for help. This is a confusing field for me. It's exactly where I was as a little one. Computing. So I've got such a quick mind, because she had to work things out quickly, very quickly, because she wasn't safe. I'm very safe now. I get to choose now. Okay, I get to choose. So I'm letting go of that part of me. That part of me is kind of another remnant of the people pleaser. If you want something from me, come and ask me. You know, I've got a beautiful heart. And if there's something I believe I can do to help shine a light on your path, I'll do everything in my power. I want to birth as much crazy on this planet as I possibly can. And it starts with me. It starts with me. So I don't know where these videos are going to go. I really don't know where these videos are going to go. I know my North Node is waking up. I know what it wants me to do. And there's this, it's like this, there's this, yeah, it's that. It's this plume of energy that comes out of me that feels very excited, like champagne exploding out of a bottle. And, well, that's interesting, isn't it? Right, so my psyche automatically then wanted to kind of balance that and say, oh, and there's this really frightened part and it's not there, I can't find it. I went right down into my belly to find where the fear was, but there's not any fear. There's just this burgeoning crazy. So, yeah, this will sort the wheat from the chaff. Yeah. Do you know, it's lovely because I have, all of my clients are amazing. Just to kind of get yourself through a door and admit that you need help is amazing in this world that wants to judge. To somewhere hold yourself and say, right, I'm taking you to help you find your love is amazing. Well, I don't know where that was going. Oh, oh. Yeah. Beautiful. Sorry, that was a personal message. So yeah, thank you to all the messages. And here we go. Here's my fire challenge to you, to all you magical beings, all you crazy, funny wings and tail, to all the crazy out there that's in its closet. You're gonna have to disappoint some people if you want to birth your crazy. Okay, can you be comfy with that? Can you accept that some people are going to drop you like a piece of hot coal? Because when we see it in others and we're holding it in ourselves, then that's going to be difficult for us to look at. That's what I mean when I say it will sort the wheat from the chaff. And anything can be birthed with love. Anything can be birthed with joy. Look at the energy of this card. What do you get? Yeah, it's like my crazy is kind of facing away from you and going, what, me? What, me? I look weird. Me? I think that's adorable. It's got such a childlike spirit. For me, I see such a childlike spirit in there. So yeah, my challenge to you to birth your crazy is to leave a comment on the YouTube page or post it on your Facebook page. What does your crazy look like? If you could draw a picture of your crazy, what would it look like? And when I say crazy, I'm talking about the non-normalized part of you, the non-tidy, the non-polished, the kind of messy, artful, dodger, creative, spraying light out all over the planet. What does that side of you look like? Because magic is waking up. Absolutely. I absolutely can evidence that. Magic is waking up on the planet. So how are you going to play with it? How are you going to play with the magic? You know, we're coming into, is today the beginning of Leo season? I believe it is. Happy birthday, all you Leos. Happy Leo season. Oh, wow. Let the sun shine. Let the sun shine. Yeah, I can feel it. Sun, solar plexus. It's the masculine creative will, which has to be tempered with the divine will. Okay, the divine feminine coming into the masculine creating. What's it going to create? What are you going to create? And within every chakra is the masculine and the feminine. So again, I might just stop separating these. Because I'm finding it increasingly difficult to find within me the masculine and the feminine as two separate entities. I think I said this the other day. Forgive me for repeating myself. It's like they're kind of integrating and doing this dance. They're integrating and doing this dance. Beautiful. It's beautiful. Let me just check my notes. Yeah. Oops, sorry, I forgot to put my phone on airplane mode. That's it. Shall I pull a card? Ooh, I'm feeling some sacred rebels. Let's have some sacred rebels. Okay. You know, while I'm shuffling, do you want to focus on a question? Be your question for this week or today or this moment. Somebody's focusing loudly. I see your magic. Flower of life is the complete blueprint. It's everything you need to create from. It's the embodied feminine and the masculine. It's everything rises up out of the flower of life, all the platonic solids, all the sacred geometry, all number. It's the seed of creation. That's how you create. It's already within you. It's waiting to be birthed. This is the month to do it. This absolutely, and the day to do it. I'm so literally really using discernment today to handle the fire that is within me. So we have some beautiful Leonian energy. Thank you, Leo. God, we need you. God, we need you. Yeah, let's burn this house down. Oh, yeah. What do you look like in your ecstasy? Or do you tame it so you don't blow people off the planet? Are you that powerful? Can you be that powerful? You can express yourself like this in front of others. And for me, the in the world, not of the world kind of begs a bigger question of can you be an observer in the world, an alien? I used to use this program kind of at the beginning process. At the beginning, I think, of my individuation process, which, as I said yesterday, was about 25 years ago. And what I would do is I would go into a meditation, and bear in mind, 25 years ago, going into a meditation was like blooming ADSL. It's like dialing into ADSL. So slow. And now we've got this kind of super broadband where I could just doing. So and this process, sorry, you see all the fire is just like my mind is primed. So I used to do this process, and I would go into a meditative state and go within, and then I would energetically imagine myself taking a big step back, and then imagining a set of doors, and in my mind they were like little white louvered doors in this beautiful kind of Moroccan carved wood screen, like Moors meets Middle East. It was that kind of beauty. It was stunning. I can remember it even now. And I would stand right back, and then when I was ready, the doors would open and I would witness, observe. I would just learn to observe life, and that helped me to identify without entanglement. Hands, butterfly, fire of life. Just objective reality, free from, I guess, free from creative imagination. So I was looking at the foundation, truly what I saw. And it really worked for me to, I guess it was the birth of how to temper, because when you're entangled, it's very pointy. Any sentence that starts with you is projection, unless it's a question asked of the other. So look for that in yourself. What you need that's projection. That's all about you. So change the you. I remember I did this thing with a client once, and I said, I'm really interested in hearing that story about how that person pissed you off, but start the story again and replace every you, your, with I, me. And I think they managed to get like 3 sentences into the story, and the shoulders started going, they started laughing, and the laughing became tears. And then the soul and the heart realized the shame that was being placed upon it by this externalization, this rejection of self. So look for that in yourself. In the world. So like in the world as a visitor, does life look any different if you go, I'm in the world as a visitor? What does it look like now? Of the world, would that kind of, would of the world make us want to fit in? Because we have this misplaced loyalty to belonging, I believe. And belonging's lovely. And there's a line, isn't there, of balance with belonging, because belonging can become homogenization of a collective where we all become the same thing. And we've had that. We've had that for a long time. What we're seeing now is the emergence of the spikes, like a solar flare, these beautiful spikes of creativity that are getting birthed in the world. And that might look a little bit weird. I hope so. I certainly hope so. So, yeah. I'll leave that as a question. What if you are a visitor in this world? Come to have a look. What would you see? If this is new, like visiting another country, we see much more when we visit another country. because our eyes are wide open. Oh, there's another one that relates to that card. Let me just, wow. So if you imagine this as the higher self, which acts as a channel to download intuition from finer energies. Going beyond normal again. That is not normal, as in, I've never seen one of those. And there's a part of me that wants to stare at it. And there's another thing. If you bring your wild magic, what will it feel like when people stare at you? What will it feel like when people gravitate towards you because they want to release that part of themselves? And can you meet that with love? Going beyond normal. Yeah. Oh, what I'm tuning into here is her sadness at having to hide her magic for so long. It's almost like she's saying sorry to her magic. And also accepting that she's alive with it. Look at it. Beautiful. Oh, a gorgeous reading. Thank you guys for being here. I know I just talked to a laptop, but it's like I can see you. I can feel you. I can feel you there. So I'm going to energetically raise a glass of champagne for all the weirdo in you and all the weirdo in me as we birth ourselves joyfully and sometimes uncomfortably into a new world. Go for it. And if I can help you, just shout me. Lots of love. See you soon. Bye.